Hi, I'm George the Weather Dad, and it's time for your weekly planner. And we're winding down the month of January, heading on into February, and of course we have Groundhog Day coming up here in the upcoming week. Temperature-wise across this week, well, it's not going to be that bad. No real quick shot of cold air, with the exception of those of you in New England where you're going to get very cold by the end of the week. But as far as the rest of us, let's take a look at our Monday map, and we are looking at quite a bit of yellow out there. Those are normal temperatures for most of us. A little warmer there in Texas and Oklahoma and Nebraska, and temperatures are going to be below normal down in the southeast and also in portions of the Midwest and up in the northeast. But overall, not too bad. Nothing really Arctic to speak of at this point. By Wednesday, it's still going to stay relatively chilly there in the Ohio Valley and up in towards the northeast. A nice little warm up, those of you in the Central Plains and down in the state of Florida by Wednesday. Those of you in Florida, it's starting off the week a bit on the chilly side, but that won't last long. And then by Friday, we do see that cold air working its way into the northeast as we have another little system working its way through by the middle of the week, and that's going to bring in that quick shot of some colder air. But notice the warmer temperatures down in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Well, that warmer air is in response to the next major weather system that's going to be affecting us, and that's going to bring some warmer temperatures into the Midwest by next weekend. Precipitation wise, well, it's going to be fairly quiet across the country until about midweek, where that next big system approaches the west coast. But first, let's take a look at the national map, and you see that not much really going on. A little windy there in Iowa and Wisconsin. That's that little yellow that you see there, but overall fairly quiet. By Wednesday, still fairly quiet. Mid-Atlantic, you have a little system there off your coast that could produce some rain. But notice the west coast, there is going to be a major system working in. Lots of moisture, lots of potential flooding there along the coastal areas, and a whole bunch of snow for the Rockies. By Friday, that system is working its way through the Rockies. You see all that moisture and precipitation there. And for the most of us, again, relatively quiet by Friday, with the exception of the Northeast, where that system that will bring some mid-week precipitation for the Mid-Atlantic works its way up into the Northeast, where you could be looking at some snow there. Now, as far as the extended look at the temperatures, we're seeing here the 6 to 10 day outlook by the National Weather Service for the first week of February. Much above normal temperatures can be expected for the center core of the country, much below there in the southwest and the west coast. And here's the reason why. Precipitation wise, it's going to be rather wet, as we're probably looking at a pretty good El Nino system working its way in, giving those of you in the southwest a whole lot of moisture. And once again, that's going to eventually work its way into the center part of the country and bring some showers and potentially now some thunderstorms. But overall, not too bad of a upcoming week as we round out the month of January. I'm George, the Weather Dad.